Hello, beautiful, beloved beings. I'm coming to you today specifically because my guides have been nudging me to talk to you about the things that are going on in the world at this time. What with the possibility of changing our government to a position that most of the people that I know and who come to see me disagree with. And disagree with to the point of heartache and pain. I wanted to come to you to speak about it. Now, my guides have been telling me for a couple of weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks, that this is something that we need to go through. That it sometimes has to be this way that it is worked out to get to a better place. Now, I'm being very careful with my words because we don't know what's going to happen. Many people are frightened, and they probably should be. Many people are concerned about having their channel taken away or censored in some way, and they probably should be. I want you to know that it's not a time for fear to take over our lives. It's not a time to stop being who we are. It's not a time to put on hold how we should act or react to things. We don't want to dwell on the energy that we don't want. That will only bring it forward, because the thing that counteracts that is being happy and concentrating on what we do want. Maybe not even necessarily who we want, but what we want, because we don't know how long this timeline is going to go on for. I personally don't feel that it's going to be for a very long time, not the whole 4 years. But I can't rely on my feeling about this subject, because I was wrong before. And even though I didn't necessarily put out my feelings on my channel, I was very sort of positive about what I thought was going to happen, and the opposite happened. So I have to be very careful about saying something or saying anything about how I think it will turn out. I do know that if we keep the positive energy forefront in our minds and our hearts, knowing what we want, knowing things we're meddled with, knowing that the outcome really was the way we thought it was going to be. It just was diverted for a time. And what we can do as people, wishing for a different thing, is that we can keep our minds set on that. So I thought I would come and do a reading. I chose some cards that I thought would give us a clear message. I've got the Robin Wood Tarot, the Sci-Fi Tarot from Todd Alcott. That's a new one that's just recently come out. And my good old faithful Shadows and Light Oracle. Because of the subject matter. These 3 decks, I believe, will give us a clear direction of what we should be thinking about and how to get our joy back. And please excuse my incense. My heat just came on and redirected the flow of the incense. Let me just do this quickly so maybe it'll change the nope, that did not help at all. So, all right. So, maybe Spirit wants us to be fully incensed for this. So, I had not chosen yet which deck to use first, but I think I'm going to go with the Robin Wood first. This is a good deck for all things. So I can read personal questions, I can read politics, I can read every sort of question with this deck. And it's always been very faithful to me and given me answers that were clear and direct. And so now I'm asking, please, I've already called forward my spirit team, my angels, guides, protectors, ancestors, deity, source, all of my spirit team to come forward. And I'm asking, please, how do we deal with what's going on now in the world? And what is the best way to go to get our joy back? And let's see what this deck has to tell us about that question. Here we go. My goodness. Well, okay. In the bottom of the deck, I have the Page of Pentacles. So it's the energy surrounding the reading is that of what's going on in the world, of that we're coming to new things, concentration and scholarship, but that pentacle, it's about what's going on in the world. It's not a spiritual thing, it's an earthly thing that we're having to concentrate on and learn how to deal with. Now, what I get is the star. Someone wants to be the star. Wants to be the star. But he seems to be surrounded by a lot of blue. And he's crossed by the moon. So there's plenty of deception going on. All of the deception surrounds the office, surrounds his identity. The deception is the main focus of what's going on. I don't know if you can hear my little dog, but he's behind me somewhere doing something, carrying on. Oh, he's trying to get a blanket the way he wants it. Okay, so we have he who would be the star and the deception. At the base of the reading is the devil being chained to this delusion. I know that very often the devil represents addiction, but it also represents greed and bad influence. And we know that he who would be the star is entrapped in this world. Crowning the reading is the watch and wait card. So we're all watching and waiting. We're all looking to see what will be the outcome. The outcome, I don't believe, will be happening when they think it's happening. The outcome, I think that they will believe that they have everything and that they've done it, they've gotten away with it. If at the time when, well, I'll just say it, at the inauguration, they believe that it will be done, it will be finished, that will be their victory. That's what they're watching and waiting for. That's not what we're watching and waiting for. We are watching and waiting for a different outcome that I believe will come after that. Now, this Knight of Cups, creativity, inspiration, or is he the false knight? Has he come riding into the emotion, been carried in on emotion and not facts? When what we really need, this short-term outcome, is the King of Swords. Now, this King of Swords is going to have come with the sword of truth and justice. He's perceptive, intelligent, but he is not this knight. He is not this star. He's someone else. So the facts will start to come out quite soon. Will they change the short-term outcome? Probably not. But they will change the long-term outcome. This Knight of Swords is surrounding our question. It's us. It's what we should be focusing on. It's a Knight of Swords. He's heroic, brave, and practical, so that's where we have to be. We have to stand our ground, but we don't want to necessarily attract unwanted attention to ourselves. So we have to be brave, but we have to be intelligent about it. We have to do it without attracting undue attention. And don't let this knight rush in. Make sure he's got all the facts before he goes in, wielding his sword and he's very often depicted with wings on his helmet. So, yes, swords are air. They do represent intelligence and thinking and flight and all those things that we think about when we think about air. But he can be rash, so let's not be rash. Let's think about what we do before we do it. What's surrounding them? The Queen of Cups, this is interesting. Her cup is covered. Can you see that? Her cup is covered. We don't know what's in her cup. She's hiding something. This is them. They're hiding something. It could be big, because look at the rays coming out of the cup. There's something there that wants to get out and wants to be known. Now, the lesson, the fears and hopes, this Ten of Cups, we want to be the happy family. All of us want to be the happy family, even those that oppose us. That's what they want in their heart. Now, it may manifest itself in hate. It may manifest itself in some ridiculousness. But that's in their heart, that's what they really want. So that's what we all really want. Honestly, we all, for the most part, want the same things. It's just whether or not we have the discernment to help ourselves. My outcome card here is the Page of Wands. Faithful, loyal, bringing that news. So there's not a final outcome yet. It has not been set in stone. We're still getting the news about it. And we honestly haven't started to get the news about it because they've been quietly going about their business to gather the information that they need to gather. So that's what this page is doing, gathering the information. So there is no outcome there. But what we need to do is this card. This is us. We need to be intelligent. We need to be forthright, but we need to be smart about it and not go rushing in. We need to watch and wait and not become involved or tangled up in this energy. We need to put out the positive energy of the thing that we want to take place, not the thing that has taken place or appears to be about to take place. That's not what we want. Now, I'm going to ask a similar question of the Sci-Fi Tarot. How do we go about watching and waiting with discernment and the right energy and the right heart condition? What do we do to make sure that we're doing all of that and keeping ourselves out of the fear condition? We do not want to be in resistance in any way. We do not want to be in the chaos. What we want to do is be calm and discerning and watchful. Now, let's see what the cards have to say about this. How do we proceed? One more. Okay, that's not the first time I've gotten that. Okay. The energy of the card, the Three of Cups. We want to, let me read what it says on here. The three graces of Dimension Q, sisters, friends, and masters of revels. So, bring our tribe close to us and rejoice that we have each other. Be joyful about the fact that we have a tribe, that we know who our people are, that we can find our people just by the way we carry ourselves and speak. It won't take long to discern that and make sure that we lift each other up in joy and happiness. That's the energy. The first card, the significator, the Two of Cups. When two become one, an inquiry. Now, and this is the image for the Two of Cups in this deck. So, that's what we want. We want to bring that other part of us. Maybe it's our family. Maybe it's former friends. Maybe it's just the world at large, or the people in our country that are misled and misguided. We want them to open their eyes and see, and we want to bring them out of that. This is crossed by the Nine of Swords. Nightmare in space. Wait, what does this say? Sudden terror aboard an intergalactic cruiser. So if the United States is an intergalactic cruiser, and we are having our nightmares in space, and that's what it feels like. This crossing of the Two of Cups with nightmares and worry, and typically I would say that those are imaginary things that we're afraid of. But this time, they're not imaginary. They really are real this time. And you see, in this, it looks like she's being struck with laser beams. Now, that would be real. That wouldn't be imaginary. I would expect her to fall down now after these beams stop attacking her. So, that's what we have to contend with. At the bottom of the reading, on the base, is Judgment. The last days of the planet Omega. Now, if we say that certain red parties are planet Omega, judgment is going to be upon them. It is upon them now. They just don't know it. Crowning the reading, the Five of Pentacles. Lost, alone, and afraid, with worse to come. That may well be their fate and their outcome. They may perceive that that is what is going to happen. So they're doing everything they can now to disrupt and, I was going to say take prisoners. In a way, if they can do it, that's what they want to do. They want to take prisoners, and possibly even worse. It goes well along with this and this. So those are the three cards going up and down. Judgment on the bottom, the Nine of Swords in the middle, and the Five of Pentacles on top. That's the up and down portion. That's what we have to contend with from them. Now, in the near past, the Queen of Pentacles, Secrets of the Pharaoh's Ancient Aliens, it asks a question. So, in the near past, we had this queen who was, we perceived, going to be our leader and take us places that we really thought that we needed to be. Unfortunately, she didn't get the opportunity, at least not yet. And the near future is the Chariot. Now, I do not know if she will be carried there, but now going across, this is what we have. We have this queen wanting to unite the country and the Chariot. So given the opportunity, she could still come forward. I don't know if you can see, but this Chariot is battling forward against an enemy that's trying to entrap it. That is not where we want to go. We want to go freely, but first we have to get away from this entrapment. Now, what's surrounding us? What's our energy? What do we do? The Magician. This says the master of everything, an exciting adventure of the limits of human comprehension. I really like these cards because on them, they're meant to look like the old sci-fi comic books. And so on there it says Major Arcana, the Magician, 15 cents, card number 1, Sci-Fi Tarot. So I really enjoy these because they remind me of my childhood. But to the larger picture, the Magician means that we have all the tools. So you see there, all the tools. There is the sword. There is the wand. There is the earth, the pentacle, and there is the cup. This Magician and we ourselves have everything we need to move forward and overcome whatever happens. It doesn't matter what happens out there. What matters is what happens in here. So as long as we stick together, we know what is right. And that's the outcome we hope for. And we continue to have hope. That is what we are meant to do. The Six of Cups from the outside energy. Everybody wants what we used to have, or specifically, they want what they think they used to have. It didn't exist. It never was. And even though that's what he who would be the star predicted that he would bring about, promised that he would bring about, it didn't exist, so he can't do it. And as soon as he starts putting into place these things that he's hinted at, they will come to find out that it's not what they want, that what they thought they want was a lie. And in fact, there he is, that star. The Woman of the Cosmos, a journey into the realms of fertility and intuition. So that's the other star. That's the one we wanted. That's the one that really, for entertainment purposes only, really won the day, but was not allowed to take her rightful place. What's our final outcome? The Ace of Swords, an intellectual gift, guaranteed non-toxic. So that's what we want. That's what we want, the non-toxic When I look at this version of Sword, it makes me believe that there will be a fight, that the truth and justice will come after the fight. Now, will it be an actual fight? No, I don't believe that, but it will be an intellectual fight. It will be in the courts. It will be with evidence. That's the problem, is getting the evidence. That's what's happening now. It's getting the evidence. So while we wait for this evidence that will come, it will come. We have to be this magician. We have to be the one who waits and sits with the judgment, who knows that the queen or someone like her will come forward. We have to be joyful. I have one more deck that I want to consult real quick. Now, I could keep doing this all day, and it's not ever going to tell us specifically what we need to do, but we're getting enough of an idea that we need to be joyful, we need to be ourselves, we need to engage with our tribe. So, one more question from this usually very blunt deck. I want to know, please, what do we do? How do we accomplish what we need to do to wait for the outcome that we want? Oh my goodness. Okay. The Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. Treat yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't worry about what's going to happen. Ghosts of the Pumpkin Patch. Count your blessings. We know what we lost. What do we still have? What can we get? What are our blessings? Count our blessings. So don't be so forlorn as this child looks. She looks afraid. She looks unhappy. What she needs to know is that she has blessings, and she does know. Ghosts of the Pumpkin Patch. Count your blessings. Incidentally, that's card number 1 in this deck, which I find fascinating. The Mildew Fairy, cleanup time, so busy work. Let's make sure that we have ourselves ready to go. So cleanup can be physical cleanup, it can be spiritual cleanup, it can be emotional cleanup. Let's busy ourselves with our own environment and make sure that we are ready for whatever takes place. The 3 Witchy Sisters, the power of 3. So remember that you have friends, associates, compadres, that you're stronger, we are stronger together. We are stronger together. Remember that every time we send out a thought into the universe, that if we send it out together, it's going to be much more powerful, exponentially powerful. And so, my friends, my beloved, beautiful beings, that's what I have for you today. Be strong. Be hopeful. Let everyone do what they're going to do. Wait. Don't be impatient. Don't be rash, but be strong. Stand up for what you need to stand up for. But things may get a little dicey. And if we need protection, make sure we protect ourselves. They may come for us for more reasons than just that we oppose them politically. They may come for us for other reasons as well. So I want you to be calm, and whatever happens, happens. Remember that you're not alone, and reach out if you need help. So, my beloved, beautiful beings, until next time.